one of the speakers.
Is there a problem? I hope everybody's able to join.
Hello, can everyone hear me, please?
Yes, you can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning this morning. Hi, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good morning. I am Ismail Umar, and I'm the co-lead ambassador for Ingressing for Good Federal University of FULafia cycle. And I will be speaking with you guys this morning. So okay, due to the time schedule, I would like to use this medium to welcome you all on behalf of the collab cycles and to briefly talk more on today's event. Basically, And for the, I know most of us here are aware like why they are here. You get. So like for the purpose of those that are not aware, you understand, maybe they don't know why they're here. So for the purpose of them, like I would like to briefly maybe explain like more about the event. So okay, this event is a series, is a collab series whereby we have a collaboration with like 4 cycles, say I4G cycles, which is we have the Ingresi for Good Federal University of Technology, Minna. We have Ingresi for Good Obafemi Awolowo University. We also have Ingresi for Good Crawford University, and then we have Ingresi for Good Federal University of FULafia cycle. So these are the collapse cycles whereby they join together in order to come up with this idea of event, which was titled Harnessing Tech Communities. And basically, this idea came in whereby I've sit down and think of like how opportunity are in a tech community, like the benefits people have, you understand? How we take have most of like advantages when we are among any one of the tech community. So we title it Harnessing Tech Communities, whereby we subdivide it into 3, whereby we can have it in every last Saturday of every month. So we have it in the sequential month, starting from February, March, and April. So this is our first event that we subdivide it. So we titled the first one, The Beauty of Being a Member of Tech Community, which is going to be happen today, like oh, it is happening. Then the second one is going to be happen 27 March of that next month, which was titled Tech Communities, whereby we discuss about the mistakes, the lesson, and the growth actions while joining a tech community or while being a tech community member. And for the last month, which is April, is going to be happen 24th April, which was titled How to Harness the Power of Tech Communities for Growth. So, okay, due to the time schedule, I would like to use this medium again, like to welcome you all to this event on behalf of the collab cycles. So without wasting much time, I would like to go straight to our agendas of today, which are structured as follows. 1, about I4G. Then 2, speaker session. Then 3, questions and answers. Then 4, a word of advice from each speakers. And lastly, vote of thanks. So, okay, we are to start with our first agenda, which is about I4G, which is going to be presented by Temitayo. I don't know whether maybe she's online. If she can hear me, please.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you, Ismail. So today I'll be discussing about I4G. For those who might not know what I4G is, or they are hearing it for the first time. So let me share my screen now so that people can see my screen. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yes, we
We
can.
can see it.
Okay. So my name is Dolale Temitayo. I'm the co-lead ambassador for Ingresi for Good OAU. So what is I4G? I4G is a non-profit equipping young Africans in need with tech skills to help them impact and contribute to the development of Africa socially and economically. So the issue, what did we come from? How did it start? It started from Ingressive for Good is a subsidiary of the Ingressive Capital. So why building this capital venture? They saw that there were inequalities in the tech ecosystem and how bridging those inequalities could catalyze growth opportunities for the African continent. So on July 1st, 2020, a non-profit app was launched. The name of the non-profit app is Ingressive for Good. So at Ingressive for Good, our mission is to increase the earning power of Africans by training 1 million tech talents in Africa and connecting them to 5,000 jobs. We are doing this in 3 ways: micro scholarship, technical training, and talent placement. We are going to achieve this mission through the I4G circles. So I4G circles are communities around the campuses and cities whereby young talent are being trained. Young talents are being trained. So where are we here today? What are we doing here today? So this is Ismail already talked about the event, harnessing the tech community, and it's also a collaboration series between 4 Ingressive for Good circles: I4G OAU, I4G FUT MInna, I4G Crawford, I4G FULafia. So for 3 months, every last Saturday in the month, we'll be looking at the different ways in which we can harness this tech community, how to gain from this event, listen carefully to the speakers, and get involved in tech community. You can also join the network through this link. I'll send the link to the chat room now, and then proceed to join our circles in different community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Temitayo.
Yeah.
The next agenda is for the speaker session. And actually, this is very amazing. Even though, like, for most of us, they're into tech communities, I don't like even like have to maybe introduce the speakers of today's event, whereby like most of them are popularly known. They are aware like in every tech communities. People like Awal MS, Hanifa, and Denike. But nevertheless, for the purpose of those, maybe they're new into the tech community. I don't know, maybe like they can maybe have just a brief time, maybe they can introduce themselves. But nevertheless, Awal MS is a developer student club program manager for sub-Saharan Africa. And the like Hanifa, she's the program organizer for the Ingressive for Good headquarters. So nice to have you. Please we thank you all for like accepting our calls. We are glad for seeing you here. We're glad for seeing you've been here. Thank you so much for accepting our call. So for the time factor, I would like to start with the first speaker, in person of Awal MS, then followed by the Hanifa and then Adenike. So I believe Mr. Awal is here with us. We'll be glad we'll open our eyes wherever. Even like me here, I'm here with my pen and paper in order to be jot down what I'm going to like hear from you guys. Thank you so much, Awal MS.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you confirm you can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can, sir.
Screen.
Okay, so thank you very much for the opportunity to speak at this event. I'm trying to do one thing, right? One thing I'm trying to do is to ensure I have the lowest number of slides, but I think the immediately past speaker already has like a very, very short slide. I'm going to try to make sure the rest of the speakers don't have less slides than I do. I currently have 10 slides. And then I hope to be done with this in say 20-30 minutes. It's clear that joining online event in Africa is actually a very, very hectic one, because especially in Nigeria, where the cost of data is like really, really high. But let's see what we can do. I'll do my best to make sure this is short but explanatory. So my name is Awal. And like some of you know me, I happen to lead the Developer Student Clubs program in Sub-Saharan Africa, basically overseeing the activities of all 48 countries in Africa that has student communities. And we currently have 200 communities from different places. So today's talk is about opportunities in tech communities, as well as how you can use that to leverage that for your growth. My slides are targeted at students. So if you're not a student on this call, you may possibly decide to leave, but no worries, just stay. There's still going to be a lot of things to learn from, regardless of what you are. So let's look at this. By the way, if you have any question, you can ask the question on the chat section. I'll be here for some time once I'm done with my session, or you can send me a DM on Twitter at OurLMS. You don't need to follow me to ask me a question on my DM. My DM is always open for anyone that has any question or probably want to have the conversation around communities and engineering. So we're talking about communities, right? Like the speakers, the host here mentioned, the session is a combined activity from 4 different I4G communities. So what are these communities and why were they started, or what's the aim? So let's look at what communities are, right? So according to like dictionary.com, it says like communities are a group of any size, is a group of any size, a social group basically of any size. The members could probably reside in a specific location, share the same government, or oftentimes have a common cultural or historical heritage. Like, how many of us thought this is actually what defines what we're talking about here? Like, just think about it. Like, where you grew up, probably the town you are, where you're coming from is considered a community. But does this apply to this case here? It's what we're trying to look at. I know someone will be like, wait, why is that all talking about social group, government, cultural, like historical heritage? So just to give you a look at what it looks like to be like, if you ask a regular person, someone, what is a community? Like, this is oftentimes what you get from Google search. But if you probably just coined it to be like developer community, the definition turns out to be different, right? Communities are often a group of developers. Like, you could probably scratch developers and probably be like techies, whatever works for you, right? Just think of it as a group of techies that gather together with a common goal. Oftentimes, this goal is to learn together, right, as a community, to connect with each other, as well as to grow. It could be technically, it could be career-wise, like it could be anything. But the main aim is to come together to learn from each other and connect with each other, as well as grow. So learning could be one community hosting an event, probably the leader of your community scheduling an event, and people from the school. So in your case here, your students. So I'm using school for all my examples going forward. So you come together to learn. Say someone is teaching you how to build for the web. You're learning how to build web, or probably you're learning how to build mobile apps. Let's say probably for Android, for iOS, you're using Flutter, you're using Java, you're probably using React Native, or whatever the case may be. Everyone that attends that event comes with the goal to learn from that event, except for people who usually come and take swag. The rest of the people that go for jollof rice. If you know you go to event for jollof rice, please raise up your hand and leave it like that. Let your hand remain up there. So people attend event for different reasons, but oftentimes it's for people to learn, right? It could be learn this, learn that, or it could even be to share. So if everybody is attending an event, definitely somebody else is going to be speaking. Somebody is going to be teaching. So you're either there to learn or you're there to share. But one important part of being part of the community is the ability to connect with people, right? You attend event, let's say 10 of us attend one event from different society, from different walk of life. We're studying different courses. You're probably studying computer science. I'm studying sociology. Another person is studying administration. This other person is studying marketing. But we all have the passion to learn how to write code, or probably to learn a specific skill set. And then we come together to learn, right? We get to connect with each other. We usually see it oftentimes in physical settings. I know communities have started resuming, schools have started resuming back, and then physical event is now becoming a thing again since 1 year after, it's now becoming a thing again. So you get the opportunity to come and sit with other people, somebody sitting beside you, probably, let's assume you to learn how to build Android applications, and then you get to see people will give you the opportunity, you get the opportunity to connect with people who are there to learn Android development as well. So you get to connect with them, try to, you're probably writing your code and then something stops working. You easily go to reach out to the person next to you, connect with him, like, okay, please, can you help me? I'm getting this bug. So it's an opportunity for you to connect with other people. So when you attend these events, you definitely will see people who have more experience than you. Sometimes your speakers could probably be people not from your community, but people who are coming from the industry, who have a lot of experience, who know people who are possibly recruiting, and will use this opportunity to notify other people that, hey, we're building this and we need an intern. Or probably you could be the person who needs the connection. You tend to meet someone who happens to attend your event and tell the person, hey, I'm looking forward to be a software engineer in so company. And I think it looks like you work for that company, and I was hoping you could probably do me an intro. Maybe I can get an internship. I can get an entry-level role and stuff like this, right? This is something. So in that conversation, the person possibly goes back to your office and get to find out that, okay, the office is actually recruiting. They're probably trying to get an intern, and you already meet the requirement. The person can reach back to you and tell you, okay, so we have an opportunity in our company. Will you want to intern? Is it like, does this criteria meet what you already have on your CV? Would you want to probably try it out? And then you get this opportunity to grow. So this, I just mentioned opportunities multiple times, right? You're probably thinking, hey, he mentioned opportunity multiple times. That's basically what my topic is about. But then what sort of communities are we talking of? Remember, I mentioned this is an event for students. So the examples here are some communities for students, not all communities, some communities for students. You could probably see I4G, DSC, Microsoft Line Student Ambassador Program, and the GitHub Campus Experts. This is not the whole list, right? I just wanted few examples to show you some of this. And then the funny thing about this is, if you take a very, very critical look at this, you can clearly map that the same set of people, one funny thing about the community is the same set of people possibly manage all these communities. So not necessarily the same person is the DSC lead, the Ingressive lead, the Microsoft Learn lead, and the campus expert, not necessarily. But I can tell you, I have seen cases whereby it's the same person that lead all these three in the school. Like, some of them are on this call. I'm not going to mention them, but some people actually meet all these criteria. And then the goal is still the same, right? You possibly will be like, oh, but like, why is this guy talking about Microsoft, GitHub, Ingressive when he actually leads the community for Google? So in the long run, one thing we all understand is the community is interested in the same thing. Just help improve the technical skill set of everyone in the community. That's the ultimate goal. Forget about what the brand says, right? You can easily go to a DSC event and see people learning how to build apps with React, right? You can go to a Microsoft event and see people learning how to build apps with Angular, right? You could probably go like these things happen. So it doesn't necessarily forget about what brand the name is, right? The whole goal is for you to be able to connect with people, learn from people, as well as grow with people. So that's what community is for, and that's these are some of examples of active communities in campus. So what is this opportunity I keep saying, right? You possibly be like, this guy has kept mentioning this same opportunities, opportunity. What exactly it is? So an opportunity is a situation like whereby someone gets I'm trying not to use the word opportunity. Opportunity is a situation that makes it possible for an individual or someone to do something they want to do. Ideally, I will tell you an opportunity is a situation whereby somebody gets an opportunity to go and do something, but that would be like me repeating myself, so like it isn't worth it. But clearly see it this way. So an opportunity is a situation whereby you get to work for a company, right? An opportunity is this situation whereby you get a chance to be able to work on a code base, a library that you want, or an opportunity can be a situation whereby you get to meet someone you probably have been looking forward to, right? This could be many things: get a job, improve your technical skill set, make that connection that you've always want to, be that speaker, be that person you want to be. So opportunities are just situations, right? Oftentimes unplanned, oftentimes really calculated, right? But if you look at things, if you look at how things usually work, opportunities come when you plan for them. Planning for them, or probably, yes, we know we usually shout opportunity comes but once, but there are opportunities that when they show up and you're not ready, you can do nothing. Like there is no way, you're definitely going to take that opportunity. You're never going to make use of that situation. It's not going to be possible because you don't have that. So as a student, what are some of those opportunities that are available for you? I am going to assume, being on this call, you have an interest in becoming probably a software engineer, a designer, a technical writer, something around the industry, something around the technical industry. So the examples I have for this also boils down to this same category of things, right? Opportunities for you, available for you as a student. So these are a few examples of some opportunities that have been for students. Someone is talking. Am I breaking, or is there something? Oh, okay. So the speaker is muted. Okay, great. So these are some opportunities that are available for students, right? Like, and the reason why the top three you're seeing here, there's a reason why they're on the top, and then this OGA is under, right? And I will explain why. So the reason why I have these are just three. And in all honesty, it has nothing to do with the fact that, okay, the first two, or probably three of the 14 on this screen are a Google program. It has nothing to do with that. And I will explain why I have this here. We're students, right? We definitely know when you leave school, people will tend to ask you, do you have, you probably want to get a job. And one thing you first get is, well, once you probably try to get a job, you get asked, you probably see a job, like you probably start searching, and then you see a job role available. And then the first thing is they tell you they need someone with experience. And you probably shout that, oh, I'm just leaving school. How will I get experience? There's usually this meme that goes around the internet that you need a job to get experience. So like you go to resume for an interview, they tell you need an experience to get a job, but you actually know that you need a job to get experience. Like it's one heck of a thing. Like it's like a recursive function whereby it keeps calling it. So experience needs a job, job needs experience. So like, and then something else had to break it out. Like breaking it could possibly be like, oh, well, you give up. You give up and go and probably start learning to come back, right? But then look at it this way. So these programs, right? I'm supposed to add one, but I'll probably just mention it. But you could probably, this 4 on the screen gives you some rare opportunity, right? They give you rare opportunity that you may not necessarily get it outside. Everyone, the first 3 is an internship. The 4th one is a competition. The 5th one that is not on the screen is also a competition. But all of these 5 actually helps you become a better version of yourself at the end of it. So the Google Summer of Code, for example, gives you the opportunity to work as an intern in some of the best organizations, some of the biggest organizations you could probably think of. So for example, how many of us use Windows? You don't necessarily need to use Windows before you even answer this question. How many of us have used VLC? Just put it on the chat section. I just know if you said you've not to use VLC, I'll possibly tell you to leave the call, right? But you won't leave the call. So I won't tell you to leave the call. But if you've never used VLC, Video LAN, right? That music, video, and many things player, right? How many of us have used Jitsi? At the beginning of the pandemic, when lockdown was active, people were not able to meet physically. And as at then, Google Meet was not free. Zoom had some issues with people hijacking calls and like technical many other things, as well as Zoom has this restriction of 40 minutes for a free call, right? People moved to a platform called Jitsi. Jitsi provides the equivalent of what Zoom, Google Meet, and the rest does. It's an open source project, and a couple of others. How many of us have used Apache? Like PHP developers, you people have used Apache multiple times. And like a couple of libraries, you people, if you're into software development, you probably have used libraries. So these libraries are oftentimes owned by organizations, or probably these platforms are owned by organizations. So these organizations sign up to be part of some of these programs. Example of this is in the Google Summer of Code, for example. Google Summer of Code bring these organizations who at the moment, as we're speaking now, they are signing up to be selected as organizations available on Google Summer of Code. So this Summer of Code gives students the opportunity. You have to be a student to participate in GSOC. That's the other name. That's the name, the short name we call it, Google Summer of Code or GSOC. You need to be a student to participate in GSOC. And to participate in GSOC, you get to you submit a proposal that you want to probably work on this project. This is your experience. And then a couple of people in the company that you want to work on, you get like the total projects are listed to you. So you check out their problem statement and think, okay, I think I can work on this. And you can clearly see what are the languages that is expected for that project. That way, when you are applying, you specify what you have on your belt, what you already, the tools, the skill set you already have. That way you get this opportunity to work on this, you will improve this, and you can add this. So it's like you write a proposal, a mentor reviews, the organization admin reviews your proposal and get to select it, be like, okay, fine, I think we can work with this one. And then you get selected to work for over a 3-month period. And then you get paid umbrella size stipend. Like, we're not talking about, let me not mention the amount. The people who know, if you like, just go and Google. The amount will freak you. But like, just what the opportunity that this gives you, the GSOCs give you both opportunity to work on large scale organizations. So imagine at the time that you leave school and you're trying to apply and they tell, do you have experience? And then you submit your CV, they clearly see you participated in Google Summer of Code and you work on, say, you work at Apache. Right? You did GSOC at Apache, or you got to do GSOC with the VLC team and help improve how things work. And many different, very, very great organizations. You could Google search Google Summer of Code organizations to see some of these organizations that you get the opportunity to work on live code, right? You yourself could clearly sit and be like, oh, I contributed to this library that these people are using. So imagine how it is. You could probably be interested in Android development, web development, machine learning, data science, like literally anything, cloud technologies and the rest. We have a lot of people, a lot of organizations that sign up. Last year was around 25 organizations, and the number of interns were around, I am not sure, it's close to 100. I think everyone got around $3,000 and something. I'm not very sure, but that is what it is. Just imagine what $3,000 is. Just 3,000 times 450. and leave the rest to God. But that is what GSOC is. For people who want to write code and have some experience, right? GSOC will be open for registration very soon. I'm not going to tell you the date, but it's coming up very soon. Go read up. You can read up, and then when it's public, I will definitely tweet about it. You can follow the @Google Students handle on Twitter. You're going to get details about GSOC, and I'm also going to tweet about it. So that's GSOC for people who want to write code. Imagine you can write code and you want to do technical writing, or you probably have started writing articles and you want to ensure articles become better so developers don't suffer when they want to implement the feature and stuff like this. So you're wondering, okay, I cannot write, I'm not good enough to write code, or probably you applied for summer of code and then you didn't get summer of code. So summer of doc is available also. Also gives you opportunity to improve on many different docs, right? Many different docs. You get to write articles. And when you're writing this, improving this doc doesn't mean you're not going to be writing code. Definitely you could write code examples to documentations and stuff like this. You also get a stipend at the end of the 3 months. The money alone is not the motivation. Don't just, yes, I know somebody said money is a motivation. Yes, money is a motivation, but there are many other things, right? Experience. Imagine writing this on your CV. This gives you some very, very clear experience over someone who you could probably argue to be a local champion. I'm not insulting anyone, but like imagine that. So opportunities to intern at GSOC, summer of docs, among others. So if you are, you'll be like, okay, so this to, okay, this to, what of the rest, what is available? So I4G is another organization that gives you the opportunity to do internship as a student, right? You have to be to be a student, to be an intern, and it's often reserved for the underserved, or you could probably argue that the minority. Unfortunately, or like, when I say unfortunately, or it's like, fortunately, Africans happen to meet this criteria. We're underserved. We are literally minorities in the IT industry, so we qualify for this. You also get, you literally get almost the same, let me just say you get literally the same thing you get from GSOC, literally. And then if you participate in GSOC, you cannot participate in I4G. So it's like an alternative. So there's this clear rule that said if you participate in GSOC, you cannot participate in I4G. And then you get the opportunity to also work on really important projects, work with people, get your experience of how to work in a large team. And in the long run, once you leave school, other people will get that opportunity. Once you leave school and you try to get a job, when people ask you, do you have opportunity, you can clearly show these people, okay, this is what I worked on. These are the companies, this is the company I interned at. For GSOC, I know you can only be a participant twice. You cannot do more than twice, right? So imagine you do GSOC twice, you do some of docs once, and decide to participate in hashcode. So hashcode is an algorithm test competition, basically, where you're giving a problem statement on something at Google we call X, right? You're trying to solve for something, like you're solving for X, like kind of like an issue. You're giving a problem statement, you're going to write the most efficient algorithm that will be able to solve that, right? It's a competition. It gets you to become better at writing algorithm. Choose a language that works for you, build that solution, and you get graded. You get points for every optimization you did. I think we had hashcode yesterday, or was it day before yesterday? Hashcode was like yesterday or day before yesterday. It's an annual competition. Every one of these is an annual competition that gets you to build really awesome things and become better at what you're doing. The fifth one that is not here is the DSC Solutions Challenge. And this gives you the opportunity to build solution to your own local problem. So you identify a local problem in your school, in your community. Your community could be around your school, around your hometown, around the town that your school is located at. Identify a problem. This year, we're working with the United Nations, and we want to see you build solutions to United Nations on 17, right? The SDG 17, the Sustainable Development Goal 17, whose goal is to end poverty, end inequality, and save the planet, right? So you could definitely check out, you could Google Solutions Challenge or DSC Solutions Challenge. You get more details, how to register. you set up your team and build your solution. We review, share feedback, give you the opportunity to, we give you resources to be able to become better at what you're doing, build your solution. You still own the solution. So even when you submit to Google, we review and share feedback with you. Once we're done with the competition, you can go on to deploy your project, use it as a paid project. It's up to you. Ours is just to help you become better version of yourselves. That way, at the end of life or at the end of school, you can clearly say, okay, well, I was a student, this is what I built. So when somebody asks you, you need experience to get this job, tell them, yes, I have experience. This is what I built when I was a student. So these are some opportunities for you. There are job opportunities that clearly specify, hey, we need interns, we need students. For example, 3 days ago, is it 2 days ago, there was something that was trending. There was a company that was trending, I think 5 season or something, was trending on Twitter. They were willing to pay a student who is going to be an intern in their company $700 a day. If you do 700 times 20, 700 times 20, imagine you're going to work for 20 days, right? 700 times 20. Don't use, what do you call it, those small techno phones or even Nokia, those small ones. It will show, if you multiply by 450, it will show you out of range. No triumph. The money will blow your mind, but you need to be, and then the good thing is you need to be a student, but they have some criteria. You don't need to tell them what exactly, you just need to have some experience writing code. You need to be a first-class student. So for people who say grade doesn't matter or like school na scam, all those things. So you need to be like a top-notch student, but like you get the experience to work in a large team, and there's a tendency of you being retained at the company. You also get the opportunity to make some hard cash. So that is it for some opportunities that are available for students. And like we mentioned, ensure you remain part of your community. Your community will really help you. You get to meet people, you connect with people who will share these opportunities with you. And you can get this opportunity to grow, because like the community has everything. The community has many people that will share what they have, what they know, and help you to become a better version of yourself. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So thank you very much. Like I said, I didn't want to reach 30 minutes. I'm 27 minutes now. Thank you very much for the opportunity. If you have any question, shoot me a question. Shoot the question in the chat section. I will answer before leaving. Unfortunately, I have a wedding, but I had to stop by to give this talk before I leave. So you go be everyone. I'm here on the chat section. If you have any question, I'll be here to answer a few questions before I get out. Speaker, host, over to you.
Thank you so much, Awal. Thank you for having this nice session with you. It's really amazing. And please, due to the the wedding is having, for those that are having a question, because the question should become after the speakers. So due to maybe the time is having wedding, anyone that has question in relation to what he just presented, please should maybe post it in the chat board before maybe we move on this thing to the question and answers agenda. The next speaker is Mommy Hanifa. I don't know whether she is online. She's here with us. She's here. I don't know whether she can hear me. Hello.
Hi, yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma, we can hear you. So I leave the time with you now.
Sorry?
We can hear you, ma.
Okay. Okay, so am I going on now? Can I share my screen?
Yes, actually.
Okay, can you see me?
We can see you.
Okay, awesome.
No.
So this is going to be a good day, I hope. Speaking after Awal is kind of going to be a challenge. I mean, Awal is my mentor right now, and he has been really amazing in, helping to go put you through community and why you should be, a community member and all that. So so my slides are pretty small as well, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. So going to be presenting, and let me see if I can share my screen. And just so you know, I didn't know I was going to be speaking with Howard. So hi Awal. Super nice to meet you here again. Right, okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma. You can see it.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, good morning. I'm Hanifa. I'm the program coordinator at Ingressive for Good. I basically run the I4G Circles community. And today we are basically going to be talking about the beauty of being a community member. And it was some sort of a bit of a challenge for me because as a program coordinator, having ambassadors, I most of the time talk about being a community leader and being the best community leader. So speaking in terms of, being a community member could be slightly challenging in order to kind of pass that message across. I hope I do justice to it. So basically, a community is a group of people who share mutual concern for one another's welfare. And I got this definition from Charles Borg. I'm currently reading a book about community from him right now. And this is interesting because you basically have to be interested in somebody else. You have to have a friend that you're interested in his growth or her growth. And that's basically a community. So being able to care for a friend, being able to jump when there's a problem or an emergency, and gather around to kind of solve that, that makes a community. And what's so interesting and what's so the beauty of it is the tech community, especially in Africa, has been able to leverage that to kind of help boost a lot of people right now. So if you see top people on Twitter, we have Adewale, we have all these big people. And if you notice, they started from being part of a community one way or another, and that has been what has made them grow. A personal story. I joined the community the tech community about say 3-4 years ago, and I met the first community was the Ingressive event. Was an Ingressive event, and that was my first ever physical community, physical event. And what was interesting is that I had just also applied to be an intern at Ingressive. So being at that event and being able to network and connect to other people kind of helped me in getting the job or getting to where I am now. So that's just that aside. So I4G Circle right now is the student community in Africa. Right now we're in Nigeria, and we have examples like OAU, I4G FULafia. I'm sure you've seen the ambassadors around. And basically we have this community in schools that are made up of you, made up of me, made up of basically everybody interested in tech, using tech, or wants to start using tech and wants to solve a problem and wants to grow, wants to build a career. And basically that's, I4G Circle. So we started in about 5 years ago when Ingressive LLC was was still an LLC basically. And then we had the ambassador program where we had students leading other students in the community in terms of giving them opportunities, where we had GitHub, we had Figma, we had all these software, and being able to use them easily. And now we have a much broader view of it was named ICA before, and now we have a much broader view of the I4G circle, simply being a tech community that you can easily come to be able to access all the resources: Google, Facebook, GitHub, Figma, Coursera, DataCamp, everything. We want to be able to create those opportunity for you to be able to access them and grow, and then solve problems, and of course make money. Apologies. Please let me pick this. Thank you. So basically, yeah, so that's the I4G circle in view. And right now we are in Nigeria, and we are planning to launch in Ghana in the next quarter, and then in Kenya in the next 2 quarters. Yeah. Previously, we were in about 5 countries: Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa. Yes. Okay. So these are our values. Every community has something that they are upholding, something that that's driving them. And this is what's driving I4G circles right now: helping others, adding values, connect, and keep growing. Now, one of the reasons why, I really enjoyed or love this value is because, the team came together to be able to try to streamline what it is I4G circle was all about. And, it's formed hack. So that's like pretty cool. Yeah, I know. So basically, each as a member of the I4G circle, or basically almost any tech community in Africa, you have to be ready to help others. You have to add value. You have to be ready to connect to other people, and then personally, you have to keep growing. A community member, basically, you want to be open to be able to hear other people, and because you want to also receive that, you want other people to also hear what you're saying. That makes, that builds the community. That's what makes the community. You want to be able to connect with other people. You want to care for other people, and the community, is a safe space where you can share your story, share your problem without feeling judged. And you want to be willing to speak up. You want to be also at the same time be willing to keep quiet and listen as well. So that's basically, what such things that would help the community grow and help you as well benefit from the community. Some of the opportunities we have in I4G generally right now, this doesn't cover it all, but I'm just going to speak a little bit about each of this. So access to training. So we have partnership with DataCamp, Coursera, HNG, Semicolon, a lot of all this, and they are almost 100% free. So we have been able to partner with these organizations to be able to bring access to free technical trainings to you, and you get to be able to learn new skills or be able to grow the current skills that you are learning right now. We have a community challenge. We have I4G Hack for Growth. Last year we did 2 community challenges, and right now one is working towards being a company on its own. So imagine thinking about a problem, just like Awal said, a problem in your community, in your local places, and you are able to build a team, come together, and try to solve that problem. That's the beauty of community, and that's one of those things that we are trying to solve in the community challenges. Then we have the hackathons as well. Considering we started last year, so we weren't able to have any last year, but yeah, we have plans for them this year, and hopefully it gets to be physical. I know a lot of people are tired of online meetings and Zoom and that kind of thing. Then we have micro scholarships. So I've gotten a lot of questions from community members asking about micro scholarships. So basically, micro scholarships are we have the scholarship of giving university students school fees for their entire year or their final year in school. Last year we gave about, I'm not sure the number right now, but we were able to sponsor a few number of people studying computer science. So if you're in the tech field, we are building a major fund, I think $1 million to be able to sponsor you, such that you're able to focus on your studies and not necessarily on trying to pay your school fees. We also give micro scholarships in terms of computers, data, to people learning in say HNG or Coursera or those kind of training platforms as well. Then we have the mentorship program, I4G Mentor a Techie. Basically, we pair you with a thought leader in the industry where you get to learn and you get to ask questions, you get to cover up some of all these major life challenges that your mentor would have, gone through. So that the mentorship program is, is for you to be able to virtually cross those challenges without it being too difficult. This year, we are planning to mentor, I think, about over, say, 500 people. And yeah, once it's the application is open, you get to get the information from your ambassadors. Okay, yeah, so I have a little program here. I want to kind of know how you feel right now in terms of belonging, in terms of, because one of the major values or one of the major importance of having a community in the first place is the sense of belonging. So I want you to go to menti.com and use that code right quick. So Ismail, please help me send this link to the comment section so people could participate in it. Hi, can you hear me? Or have I been speaking alone?
Yeah, we are here. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel when you're alone for a long time? Can you access the link?
Please, speaker, can you please use the post the link in the comment section so that we can easily follow the link.
Okay. Okay, so okay, yeah. Thank you, Ismail. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you. How do you feel when you're alone for a long time? Secured, productive, confident. Okay, can we get a few more answers? Sad, bored, little motivation. Okay, a few more. Okay. Yeah, so this as well. Do you feel lonely when there are other people around? Maybe. Okay, a few more responses, please. No, okay. Maybe. No. Yes, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So no, okay. So basically this question, they're specifically targeted to be able to understand why the community is, and one of those things that the community helps to solve. And of course, that's the feeling of loneliness, the feeling of being alone or not feeling secured when you're amongst other people. Okay, so I'm going to continue sharing my screen and then we round up the session. So thank you very much, everyone, for answering those questions. Yeah, so the truth is you're almost certainly surrounded by people who long to connect in deeper ways. So it's not just you, right? The person beside you, or should I say the next person on the participants list, also wants to connect with you, right? But oftentimes we let our inner shyness, should I use that word, to kind of take over. So for example, if you go to your first physical event and you're going alone, you're not going with friends, sometimes you can be super introverted and not reach out to other people and not connect. And if somebody else, could also feel that way. And imagine if you are the person that breaks that crack and you reach out, hi, I'm Hanifa, I do this and I do that. It's nice to meet you here. Can I meet you? Right? You can be the difference that the world, is desperate. Everybody's desperate to belong. You want to feel among. On Twitter, we have people that are, if you notice that there are a lot of people that they follow each other, they comment, they retweet their posts, and you want to also do that as well. It just takes one step, and that's basically one of the truth about community. So sometimes it takes you to be able to break that feeling of loneliness, especially when it's overwhelming. Okay, so because the title of the topic was had the beauty in it, and I said I was going to use the beauty. So right now, I want you to introduce yourself to somebody that you do not know in the comment section. Since we're not in a physical event, we can obviously try to do that campfire experience virtually. So go to somebody in the comment section that you do not know, even if it is me, and introduce yourself. Hi, I am this, and I do this. And you ask, can I meet you? What do you do? So it helps once you are able to kind of cross across all this, making connections, asking how they are being. It's not just about you. You're also interested in about what they do, and also help to try to reach out as well. What do you need help with? Oh, I can do this. Oh, I know somebody that can do it as well. That's the community, and opportunities opens to everyone. Once you're able to create this connection. I guess this should be my final slide. Yes. Any questions? Thank you so much. And I hope we are making that connection right now. Yeah. So yeah. Any questions? That's it for me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hanifa. Thank you for having your time. It is a really amazing session with you. Thank you so much. And for the question and answer session, please, in case of the Sir Awal that just left, if you have any question regard to him or in relation to what he presented, please, you can message him. You can contact him through any one of his social handle, especially the Twitter handle that he dropped, please. In case of this session we just had with Hanifa, please, if you cannot maybe have this thing, maybe a verbal question, you can type it using the chat bot, please. Thank you. And we're still in the question and answer session. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and you can connect with me outside of events on Twitter, Instagram, this_Hanifa. I'm going to write it here, and then that's the same handle also. Open to everyone, and on our Telegram group as well. I'm here. I'm there. I'm always there to answer questions and share opportunities.
Hello, can I answer too?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
As you, firstly, I really appreciate all what you have said. You really tried. It really helped me in order to join the overall communities. My question is that you may mention of the ambassadors that are in different universities, but I didn't hear about any ambassador in the College of Education and Polytechnic. Why they are excluded? They are really help. They really need help about all what you are doing. I don't know if you understand my question, please.
Okay, so are you asking if there are any ambassadors in your school right now?
Yeah.
So right now we have 42 ambassadors in 29 schools in Nigeria, and we've just gone through the first application. Application for new ambassadors will be open next month for Nigeria and Ghana next month, yes. So if you do not have an ambassador in your school, it's probably because none has applied from your school, or none of them got accepted after the application stage. So if you want to be an ambassador, you know somebody that could really work well as an ambassador, you can tell them to, apply to be an ambassador for your school. So it's not like as if we are picking out polytechnics or colleges out of the university list. We've only gone through the first set of application, and those were the ambassadors we were able to get for the first time.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Then how about the speakers in FULafia, Federal University Lafia, and how about we still have polytechnic in here Lafia? Can, let's say, in this city like Lafia, to have two ambassadors in different school, or I mean school that are located at the same state or the same local government? Can I the both school
yes,
can?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Yes, definitely. So in a school, in one city, there's usually state school, I think federal school, colleges, and polytechnics. So definitely ambassadors, they're going to be circles from each school. So for example, in Lagos, we have Lagos State University, we have University of Lagos, that's federal. We have Yaba College of Technology. What else we have? We have, I think, Lagos State Polytechnic. That's 4 different universities in Lagos alone. There are going to be circles in each school. So I4G Unilag, I4G LASO, I4G Yabatech, I4G Laspotech, right? And for each of those schools, for each of those circles, of course, there will be ambassadors. So it doesn't matter the number of schools in one city or one state.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Rufai. Hi, Rufai, can you please introduce yourself? I would like to meet you.
Okay, I'm Rufai Sani. I'm a student of computer science at National State Polytechnic. The name is changed now to Isa Mustafa Agwe Polytechnic. I have been receiving your emails about I4G for so long, but I haven't ever attended or joined your meeting until now today. But I find it very interesting. I'm still a beginner in part of tech, so I need to meet all of you so that maybe you can show me around in the field of technology.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool, Rufai. I'm so glad. Like, I love meeting people that are getting our emails. Our emails go out every Monday for I4G Circle community members. And I really want, one of the goals, let me tell you guys a secret, and some of the ambassadors here know it. One of the goals that we have for I4G Circle is we want to be the #1 student tech community in Africa, right? That's our major goal. We want to be here to help you grow. We want to basically, hack, of course. So I really love that you get my emails. I hope they've been able to help one way or another. And I also hope that you're on the Telegram group. Are you on the Telegram group?
Yeah, I'm on Telegram group and also on the WhatsApp. I both joined.
All right, great. So over the next few months, we are planning on making sure that the Telegram, especially the Telegram group, gets more traction and more interesting. We have a few programs that we are planning on, running. And if you have anything that you want us to add, say to the email, to the Telegram group, anything that you think would help you, please let us know. Okay, so we have one Telegram group for, I think Oluwatobi is asking a question here. We have one Telegram group for the entire student community right now. And once you join, the link to join I4G Circle, you'll be able to get it. Who is here? Hey, hi Fauzi, hi Kamal. Can you guys please help me get the link to join I4G Circle and send to the chat box? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I have a question from Ibrahim here. Hi Anifa, thanks for the presentation. I'm glad. Please, is it advisable to take internship in tech as an undergraduate? Yes, please. And please, I would like to know where I can get one here in my location in Kaduna. Right, so right now, we're still trying to crack the north, most especially in the east, because me personally, I have a lot more experience here in the south, Lagos, Ibadan, all those places. So I would say that right now, as you are in Kaduna, even anywhere in Nigeria, it's more preferable to look for internships that you can do online, like you can do virtually, and there are a lot of them. So I think Awal even shared a few of them. So go there and apply, and you can also DM me on Twitter. We can both look for it together. Yeah, so please take internships, and to be frank, don't be after the money at first, right? I started as an unpaid intern in Ingressive, and now 3 years later, I'm a program coordinator and I'm heading my department. So what you can't do for free, you can't do for a fee. take it today, something that I learned from my daddy. You need to be ready to be able to do internships that they might not necessarily pay. So of course, I also identify things like people making use of interns to build their startups. Of course, you have to also learn to be able to differ from organizations like that, but look for opportunities. We even did a program about open source. We had a discussion about open source last month. If you were there, no, sorry, this month. It basically also talks about you dishing out stuff. Go on GitHub, write code, help solve problem, and you see. But once it's good enough, they'll what's the word? It's been a while I coded. They will add your code to the to the main code, that kind of thing. But basically, yeah. So take internships as an undergraduate. Yes, volunteer. I hope that answers your question, Oluwatobi. So for the link, yeah. So this is Fauzia sent the link for the I4G Circles member application. So here it is, apply, and then you get an automatic email with the link to join the Telegram group as well. And yes, of course, there's also no such thing as working for free, to be frank, because those things are experiences. You work for value. What you do is helping to grow you and grow the community or grow the organization you're working for. So if the value you're getting from that community or from that organization is worth your time, then that's it. So I have another question. Do I need any tech experience to join a tech community? No. We, especially I4G circles right now, a lot of our community members have from 0 to 2 years tech experience. So if you are a novice and you are trying to know what stack to go with, or you're trying to know how to venture into a new tech experience, then definitely you're welcome to join the I4G circles, but you have to be interested in tech and you have to be willing to help others, add in value, connect, and keep growing as a person. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah, so I think I've covered all questions. Does the micro scholarship covers online course purchase? So right now, the tech trainings that we are able to give you should cover, well, the plan is for it to cover most of the online tech trainings that you need. We are working on Udemy, Udacity. We are trying to connect with those organizations as well. And very soon we should be able to bring those to you. So micro scholarship right now is just for the school fees and things like laptop or data and stuff like that. So it doesn't cover online course purchases. So I think I've answered all questions.
Yeah, you have tried your best to answer all. Unless maybe please any other person that have question, I think you can drop your handle so the person can direct message you, please. Due to the time, please, I think we have just less than 15 minutes to round up. Thank you very, very, very much. It's really amazing. I don't even know like how to appreciate it. I think before you go, I have you have like something. What's this stuff? Okay, and an advice, please. Maybe for the new member they have that they have interest in joining tech community, or those that are into the tech community already. Maybe if you can like have an advice, or like, let me just make it a form of question. Like, what advice can you give to such people, that's new people, like new members, that's those that have interest in joining the tech community and those that are into the tech community already?
Okay, so if you're just joining the tech community and you do not know, basically a lot of people do not know where to start, right? So if you're just going to be joining, you being here, you've basically join the tech community. But if you want to invite somebody, right, or you want to help somebody else connect as well, basically don't be scared to ask. The worst answer you can get is no, right? So ask what community can I join, which best community can I learn from, can I connect, can I be able to solve problems, make use of social media as well to reach out to thought leaders. I say this a lot, but I'm still trying to figure out as well, because I don't really like Twitter. But then Twitter is one of the most like amazing tech community that you can see. And if you want a more closely knit community, join I4G circles. Ask other people as well, like, what community can I join? You want to solve a problem, how can I solve this problem? Create your community, create connections. And if you're already in a tech community, keep on doing what you're doing, and don't forget to don't think that is not just all about you, it's all about other people as well. So ask ask other people, if they need help, try to help, send your lending hand, help solve problems. If you can't solve the problem, help share or look for somebody else that could help solve that problem. What else? Yeah, just keep growing and keep hacking. Yeah. And somebody asked you if the meeting is recorded, and I can see that it is recorded. So I'm sure one of the ambassadors will share the video on YouTube, so you can, always access it. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So are
Yeah.
we going to be taking group photos? Hello?
Yeah. So are we like to on our video?
Yeah. So let's all try to on your videos. I would like to see who I'm speaking to. I want to see your video. I want to see your face. Great. Who else? Eze, I want to see your face. Oluwatobi, I want to see your face as well. Yeah, and we have the I4G circle shirts. Great. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Hanifa. Hi, Tolu.
How are you? I go. That's your face. Bawale. Can see you too. Who else are we waiting for? All right, so I guess we're going to take pictures very soon in 5. Where's everybody? 4, great. 3, 2, 1. Somebody did screen. Okay, I did screen. Oh, awesome.
I thought we're doing the high five.
Great. All right then.
Are we done, Manifa?
Yeah, we are done, I guess.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anifa. I think by this we're rounding up with the next of our agenda, which is the vote of thanks. Please, we can have any volunteer from the any one of the cycles, the collab cycle, please. Anyone can volunteer to just have a brief vote of thanks to the audience and the speakers.
Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining, and I'm very sure I've been able to learn one or two things. And if there's anything you've learned, that's to create connections, look for opportunities, and do something, as Anifa said, do something that you can do for free. So you can't do for free. Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining, and also thank you very much. Really appreciate it at Anifa, and our your sections were really, really good. Yeah, really appreciate it, and we've been able to achieve so much in the time we've been here. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.
Wow, this is wonderful. Thank you everyone. Agbo Farouk, thinking about giveaway, like, are you going to do anyone? So if there is not any, I think we can leave the meeting. Everyone can go and leave me so that I will close the door.